I do know he has just been like if he's tilting, he'll just go Kazuya. You know what I'm saying? So if he goes down a couple games, he might just be like, ah, whatever, just like go Kazuya. But
yeah,
I do doubt that. I think you're right about Rob Snake.
I've seen some Kazuya Grams at some of our locals in Nebraska where it's Gabe versus Brogan, formerly known as Pika. So
Yeah.
I think I've seen enough Kazuya for a while here.
Yeah, that makes sense. Getting off with that game one, ApolloKage is going to set up that C4 on the ground right under the platform. And Gabe trying to find a down air right away. That would have been crazy.
And so they actually played fairly recently at Sweet Spot, I think it was.
I think
Either
so.
Sweet Spot or Heartland Showdown. Man, the crowd went crazy for that set, but AK did clutch it out here. Very close set, though.
I'm not sure if the crowd will be as crazy because most of the intensity in the crowd so far has come from Epic Gabriel screaming, "He's dead!" whenever someone gets hit.
That's it. That's it.
That's it. That's it.
I think he said "that's it" 100 times on comms this week.
And it was actually,
Ooh.
Good back here. And it was actually it about 1 out of 10 times.
Yeah, I think
That's generous.
his "that's it" success percentage is looking like 5%.
Yeah.
Do you think he says it in his head when he's playing?
He's like, "Oh, that's it.
That's it. That's it.
He says it
Every
in his
nair.
dreams.
That's it.
He's sleeping. He's about to wake up. That's it. That's it.
He's like snoring, like, and he just goes, that's it. in his
Most
sleep.
people say honk, me. He says honk, that's it, that's it, that's it. Nikita off stage, chasing Gabe all the way to the bottom. Up there to try and contest it, but it's not strong enough. Good tech, though, at 150.
Low on fuel, though.
Yeah, very low. And the second Nikita is going to do it. Up by a little bit, though, is Epic Gabriel. Trying to find AK off stage. It could get risky if he does, but a little back here for AK is going to reverse the scenario. Up there as well, putting Epic Gabriel in a disadvantage. And this set is going to be the battle of the high recoveries. These guys both like to go way up into the blast zone.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're probably not going to see a whole lot of ledge trapping because these characters both like to go high instead of recovering to ledge. Ledge can be scary for both of them. I know that their ledge rolls are a little bit sus, but right now most of this just being played on stage. AK going to ledge here, looking for that bear off of the gyro, and Gabe just keeping him in the corner, finally getting a bit of a reversal, but just retreating back to ledge. You don't want to overextend here. Gabe going up there for the up air, AK going to that platform, just dropping the C4 right in the center of that Pokeball.
And about those high recoveries, I have noticed off rip that Gabe is hungry for that high recovery back air.
Yeah, he wants it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that route back air is going to be so potent. He's already taken 2 stocks with it. Why not take a third? AK's got to get careful. Has got to be careful about going high there.
Definitely. It's such a crazy move because it's such a good tempo breaker, and that's like AK's whole thing is to break the tempo. So sometimes Gabe can just sneak in there with that back air and boom.
AK on the back foot right now. He's been finding some trades. The down smash connects, catches the roll in, and that's a good option. I like it because it catches weight or roll in. And a lot of times in those tense scenarios, people will just be like, oh, I'm just going to wait and see what he does. And that down smash is going to cover it.
Trade there with a grenade.
Trying to find space here as AK, just getting these grenades out. And this is that game he said he has to play. He's just keeping him out. I don't remember the exact word he used. He had such a funny analogy, but I don't remember it.
Both of them just kind of spacing each other out right now, kind of doing some zoning business. No one wanting to overcommit too much because, you know, Snake can rack up that percent. Even though AK's at a bit of a deficit here, there's still about 4 minutes on the clock. There's no reason to take it too fast.
Yeah,
That's something interesting. Both these players are willing to slow it down when they need to. I know Gabe specifically, he likes to go in with a game plan for every specific player matchup.
Yeah.
Most matchups, you'll see Gabe will run in and try to box, but in this matchup specifically, he understands that the key is to play AK's game, play it more patient, throw back grenades, careful not to pop them, and don't overextend on your combos.
Yeah, because really, if you spend the whole game trying to approach Snake, you're just going to get traded
Yep.
and then up tilted, which is what AK is fishing for right now, trying to find the Epic Gabriel slipping above him, but Gabe is looking comfortable right now, 147% on both of these guys. It is going to be easier for ApolloKage to find the kill here.
Yep.
He has a lot more of those moves that you can just throw out, so Gabe is going to have to get crafty here.
Definitely, an up tilt will do it. We're getting near to down throw percentage.
Yeah, very close game right here. Game 1 can be so crazy.
Oh,
what
what?
just happened?
AK died first! Oh, AK tried to hit
His
him
nade
out of the
popped.
cypher, but the down air hit him, and then the nade
The
popped,
nade popped.
and AK died first because he was at a higher percent.
What a game 1. I was expecting them to just go to blows for a little bit longer, but all of a sudden both of them just being shot up into the blast zone there.
That last moment was a roller coaster of emotions, all stored within 1 second.
Yeah.
Because I thought AK was dead to the forward air, and then
Yeah.
I thought Gabe was dead to the down air, and then the grenade explosion, I didn't know what happened.
Yeah.
Man, that was crazy way for that game 1 to end.
It's gonna be a hot set.
Yeah, both of them just look like completely poised. Like, yeah, I've seen this every day. You know, like
Yeah,
they're not
for
even.
sure.
They don't even care.
Nothing
No one's
super out of the
confused.
ordinary, especially for AK, and Gabe has played this
Sure.
matchup a few times, so he's not going to look too surprised. And Gabe yesterday was VOD reviewing with Wolfie on his AK set, which went to Game 5, and was giving a lot of advice about how to work around grenades. So he definitely expressed a level of comfort with playing around that item.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to see a set where you see that grenade play being used against Snake, you should watch the AK and Loaf set. That was really good
That was
example of that.
really good.
Yeah, Loaf's item play was stellar in that set.
Oh, that was almost a high flip.
Yeah, almost, but there we go. The forward air onto the down tilt's on the platform. Gabe finding these connections. That's down tilt, but the up tilt not going to connect, and AK
That one
finds
will.
an up tilt of his own. Yep, just turning around, letting it rip. Ooh, side B at the
armor.
ledge, but the grenade saves him.
Oh my goodness, these grenades are just putting on a lot of damage right now. AK just getting some extra credit here. 55% on Gabe, and AK has not lost that stock yet. 147%.
Ooh, up air way up top. That's going to take it. And with that C4 on the platform, I thought it was going to take Gabe way longer to get himself to the center of the stage, but he was able to do it eventually. Just trying to find these gyro setups, charge it up a little bit. Just going to throw it out. AK is going to shield it, gets rid of that gyro nice and quick. Lickety split. Trying to find any sort of opening. Gabe is doing a really good job playing methodically around these grenades. It's just about finding your chance. Has AK closer to the corner, but AK's got a C4, and that's going to kill off the top real early.
Looked like Gabe really wanted to grab there, but ApolloKage sort of scouted that out and really didn't let him have it.
This is such a big lead for AK, and the Snake for lead is so scary. You can just frame one grenade pull out of just about anything Rob could do, and that's even better because Rob, he's probably going to be looking for like that double toss stuff into the side B off stage. I don't think that really affects Snake in this position.
That was a very smart sequence there for Gabe. Just able to hit ApolloKage and kind of duck his way away from the little smoke screen of grenades that ApolloKage was putting up and maintain his advantage state. And Gabe has just like played with ApolloKage in the corner for so long, and AK is looking comfortable. Gabe is just hungry to find any sort of opening, and ApolloKage is starving him.
Yeah, it has been very interesting. ApolloKage has been very comfortable in the corner thus far in this set, which is sort of Rob's win condition, is push you to the corner and then get your funky stuff. But AK is kind of just satisfied there, pulling nades and building up damage, sending this lead.
Yeah, just finding any trade that he can. Little down throw, the grenade's going to hit. Gabe all the way up to 80% has not been able to find the opening. AK is playing that game that he likes to play so effectively right now. That roll in from Gabe is very smart, though. He knows that AK wants that grenade to threaten him to roll out, but not going to let that happen.
Yeah, and Gabe was just clawing back there for a second, but AK just had one or two interactions where he got that damage up, and Gabe on last stock here at 105, but the back air going to do it. I think AK is going for the parry there, but since it's such a slow startup move, sometimes you just mistime that.
Yeah, Gabe is finding a lot of these back airs, and as you mentioned, Hawks, AK is really good at being that tempo breaker, and Gabe is just like ripping apart every time AK tries to find that tempo break, but catches a couple of options in disadvantage, has AK way above him, but he's been covering his landings very well with the C4.
Was able to catch the V reverse there, but the grenade ended up making it not that worthwhile.
And this is looking really scary. Gabe once again clawing his way back in, not letting that percent deficit phase him at all. Nair.
There's that
Oh
Nair,
my
the
God.
back air just barely whiffing,
Yeah.
a couple frames away, and AK been looking for that grab. He's a little hungry for it. Doing anything he can to find it. AK has that C4 set up. Gabe has to be so careful about how he's approaching, and he's found himself in the corner here. Let's see how he's able to play out of this, because it's been Gabe from the center. Yeah, he's going to go over the over AK back into the middle of the stage, find stage control, and see what he can do with it.
So has anyone just been listening to the amount of grenade pulls that we're hearing?
Yeah,
it's
man.
like a little chime almost.
Yeah, I've been waiting for.
Oh,
up
the
tilt.
up tilt's going to catch.
Yep, 1-1.
And I think AK is asking to run it back here, so we might see this on PS2 again. But honestly, I'm not surprised because they're both just playing very, very even percents for the both of them here. Very even games. 1-1 right now. I would not be surprised if this goes to a game 5.
Absolutely, and
Yeah,
I
it's gonna be
definitely
absolute.
doubt that Gabe is thinking like, oh, it's the stage. That's why I'm losing. It's because of the stage. He was just having a hard time approaching, and I do think Gabe is a pretty critical player. He takes a lot of really good mental notes. So I think moving forward, he will be able to keep in mind, okay, I'm getting a little hungry on my approaches. Let me be a bit more patient.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gabe is definitely that kind of player. Every time we've talked to him after he's won a set this weekend, his first thing is like, yeah, I was moving better, I was playing better. He's never mentioned stage or oh, I was thirsty or I had to go to the bathroom or something, it's always been like, yeah, I was moving better. I was playing better. So I'm not surprised to see him run it back.
He's a very feel-based player.
Yeah.
And he knows that when he's on, he's very hard to beat.
Yep.
So he's just got to try and turn it on here and really start turning up in this set. Down by 20%, very close so far. And AK has just been successfully finding those trades this whole set, and that's been really rough for Gabe. Finds that laser, a little bit of damage getting put on, down tilts up in his shield. The Nair is going to send AK further in a disadvantage, but the gyro doesn't connect. That would have been huge for Gabe, but he's in a sticky situation. I'm surprised he didn't just let it rip there. Ooh, up tilt's going to connect.
Yeah, good anti-air from AK here now. 82%. Oh, and the nade helping him out here, but actually kind of getting him hit by that up air from Rob.
Yeah, Gabe was ready for it. Rather aware, just runs up with the back air. Catches AK with his hands in his pockets, trying to do something with the grenade. And Epic Gabriel is going to run up, find that back air. Nice stock. And I want to say that's like the fifth he's taken with back air. He's getting a whole lot of leverage on this move.
Yeah, he's definitely using the back air to put in work.
I just can't get over how grenade heavy that ApolloKage is playing right now. The last thing you want to do is get up in Rob's face. And these grenades are really good at stopping gyro too. The explosion, just sending it right back at Gabe.
Yeah, and these big trades coming through, that's always going to benefit Snake just because of how early he's able to find these kills.
Right.
Where if Rob gets you past that kill confirm range, you can sometimes struggle to find one a little bit. The gyro on the Nikita is going to stop the momentum, but the up tilt for AK looking really good, puts himself in a lead here.
Yeah, but we saw this at last game here, about the same percents for AK versus Gabe. Oh, good DI on that up air. So Gabe could definitely mount the comeback, but having to do it 2 games in a row can be really difficult, especially against a player like AK who's definitely going to make those adaptations.
Bella, I'm with you on the grenades, honestly. This is incredible to watch.
Yeah.
I don't know how you have such awareness to play those grenades and think 5 seconds ahead while trying to outplay Epic Gabriel.
Yeah, he just constantly has one out. And Gabe, like, aware as he may be about these grenades, when there's so many out
crazy.
and so many other aspects to think about, ApolloKage is just really making him think this has got to be a brain churner of a set.
Right?
Yeah, but I mean, that was like the first time. Oh,
Ooh,
up
there's
air
an up
is
air.
going to take that, especially at such a high percent, 151 from AK. But I think AK is that was like recently the first time that we saw him get hit by those grenade. I mean, he's been doing a good job just bobbing and weaving around them. Good air dodge from Gabe to avoid getting hit by that sticky here.
Yeah, Gabe is playing very smart with that grenade down throw setup. A lot of the times you'll see people get scared and roll away from the grenade. But Gabe is keen on his timing, but off stage it's not going to matter. The air dodge into Nikita. How does Gabe get back from here? He doesn't. AK just lets it rip straight ahead. The laser's not going to work out.
Yeah, I mean, these games have been so close here, a little less so in this one, but still on that last stock. I think the one adaptation I may just want to see from Gabe here is just kind of not letting AK get comfortable pulling those grenades. I want to kind of see Gabe throw them back at Snake, kind of forcing him to have to maneuver around them instead of just playing his game, setting up camp where AK is comfortable. He may just need to put AK in a little bit more of disadvantageous positions, and having grenades to kind of force that is really useful.
Yeah.
See, I think we're at a spot here from a mentality standpoint. Epic Gabriel might feel like he already got 3-0'd because that first game he wound up taking due to that like grenade trade, and he just barely was able to come out on top of that. So you see him just like looking down, shaking his head there, maybe feeling a little bit demoralized. But he knows that he's living on borrowed time, and he knows that he has the chance here to take advantage of that. I do think he's able to do that successfully. He just needs to find that adaptation and start playing hot like we were talking about. We haven't seen him with any long strings of advantage because AK has just been doing way too good covering that. He always has a grenade out, and it makes it impossible for Epic Gabriel to find any of those long confirms that Rob sometimes relies on.
Definitely. We have seen none of the typical Rob shenanigans that we typically see out of Epic Gabriel, especially.
Yeah.
Because AK has just been so vigilant with the grenades and honestly not even letting himself get put in those situations. Like I said, like we mentioned earlier, he's been so comfortable in the corner that Epic Gabriel hasn't been able to capitalize on what's supposed to be bad stage positioning because AK has been using it to his advantage to pull those grenades and set up those walls.
You see Epic Gabriel rolling his eyes after that last stock.
Yeah.
A little bit of frustration coming through, trying to find the forward air. It's going to clank with Nikita, and there's that down tilt. No grenades to get in the way. And finally, when Epic Gabriel finds that setup, none of his little explosions are around to break it up. He's going to find it, he's going to hit it, and he's going to take the stock.
And that's sort of like what we were seeing in that game too, where he was looking for that grab and AK wasn't letting him get it. That's what happens when he gets those grabs, of course.
Oh!
Wow.
Finds the back air right away. That stock was so weird because it went away so quickly, but it wasn't a typical Rob just like comboing you when you're dead. AK just held advantage and found the read with the back air. This is the first game where Epic Gabriel is really looking strong.
Really, Gabe has been up in ApolloKage's face this game. Like, he's really not giving him a chance to set up shop. So I think he definitely made some adaptations going into this. I mean, I'll let the stocks speak for themselves right now.
Yeah, AK has had a harder time getting his grenades set up, but right now he's stuck behind a wall of them, and Epic Gabriel is going to be the one to find the first opening. Dash attack sends him off stage. The gyro comes out to alleviate pressure, and it does so effectively. It's going to hit AK. And man, Epic Gabriel just floating right outside of that range and catching him with the nair. I can't believe that worked.
Yeah, I mean, he must be feeling confident right now to just being comfortable waiting out, you know, maybe Snake trying to do like an aerial or something, or an up tilt even. But good percent right now for Epic Gabriel at 129. Insane extra credit. Looking for the back air, but the side B is going to be the one to take that stock. And now we're going to a game 5. What did I say?
Yeah,
I was expecting this.
You did. Yeah, Gabriel, right when I was saying he might feel a little bit demoralized, was able to find a couple of really hot stocks there.
Oh, yeah.
And wind up taking it. And it all started with him getting that bread and butter that AK has been breaking up so effectively. The moment Epic Gabriel was finally able to find that, the rest of the game just started falling into place for him.
What an intense set. The first and the second seed of the entire tournament. The two people predicted to go the whole way to play in grand finals are playing for 9th place. Approximately the entire population of Des Moines is crowded around us right now watching this set. What an intense set.
Oh, look at AK looking devious right now. Looking even mischievous.
Rubbing his hands together. You saw him vibing to the music earlier, singing along a little bit, trying to lock himself in. Yep, Gabe's bopping his head, and this is a head bopper of a set. Just going to run up, immediately get to scrapping. These trades are coming through. Gabe runs in, finds the gyro, tries to find a combo out of it, but AK's been too careful around that. He's not going to get hit with that combo starter too easily.
AK kind of just taken to ledge right now, 19%, not too dangerous of a place to be in. Gabe holding center really well and just forcing AK back into that position. Ooh, getting a little bit of the up air there, but actually the grenade disrupting that.
Yeah, AK's just been playing from the corner like a kid in timeout in this set.
Speaking of the corner, Epic Gabriel trying to get out. ApolloKage doing such a masterful job of keeping him in there, but Gabe able to get back to center.
Yeah, AK is finding a little bit of corner pressure of his own this time. Gabe slowly trying to work his way out, but the up air is not going to allow him to do so. The laser is trying to get him out of disadvantage, and that seems like such a potent tool in this matchup, but AK is just doing such a good job avoiding it. The grenade is out. AK tries to use it to his favor, but it doesn't work out. And that's another example of the of the grenade bailing AK out of the common kill confirms that Rob has, but there's the C4 to take the stock.
This is definitely doable, but Gabe is going to want to find that stock sooner rather than later. The more that you are on that stage, the more grenades, the more projectiles you're going to get hit by when it comes to Snake. And man, he can just rack up that damage so quickly. 32%, some good extra credit going for AK right now. Still, like I said, definitely not undoable, but is he going to be looking for it? Yeah, he's looking for the down throw there. Good frame trap with that gyro. Ooh, and it just getting hit by that Cypher there.
With every high-level interaction that comes out, it gets harder and harder to believe that this set is being played for 9th place, but fitting that it gets taken all the way to Game 5. Let's see who's able to come out on top here. That back air for ApolloKage is looking nice. The grenade's coming out. He catches the up tilt. ApolloKage is looking poised to take this set. Gabe's shaking his head. He's got to lock in here lest he gets demoralized.
171%. If Gabe wants to mount this comeback, in order to stay in this tournament, he needs to take this stock soon. Every percent he gets now is extra credit for ApolloKage.
Absolutely. Gabe just trying to find anything. And 170%, the fact that ApolloKage is all the way up here means that he's done such a good job avoiding those Rob kill confirms, avoiding the ways that Gabe is typically able to take these stocks. And the down tilts on the shield, the F tilts. ApolloKage has so many options to just trade away, find the snare, and Snake with this big of a lead is so hard to deal with, and he's going to find the down throw onto the grenade, into the up air. Extremely good finish for AK, who is now looking poised to